Evidently, he was ambitious. When you read the whole story, you'll conclude, yes, this was an ambitious sower. Here was number 2. He had excellent seed. The sower who sowed the seed had excellent seed. And the excellent seed could be an excellent opportunity. Yes, he was ambitious. When you read the whole story, you'll conclude, yes. So we've got an ambitious sower with excellent seed. But now here's the rest of the details of the story. For your information, for the drama of your life. Learning some of this is how I got rich by age 31. Number 1, it says the sower goes out to sow the seed, but the first part of the seed falls by the wayside and the birds get it. So jot this down. The birds are going to get some of the seed. Now you say, well, Mr. Arnold, what does that mean? Well, I invite John to come to a meeting. He said he'd be there Tuesday night. Tuesday night I show up, John isn't there. I say, John, I wonder why John didn't make it. Now I know the answer. The birds. The birds. John had this great idea of coming to the meeting to look at an opportunity, and somebody stole it and said, you're not going to go see network marketing. He says, well, maybe not. Now, when the birds get some, you've got 2 options. Number 1 is to chase birds. Say, well, let me get a hold of the person that talked him out of coming to the meeting. I'll tear him a new page. I wouldn't do this. Here's what happens if you go chasing birds. You leave the field. I wouldn't do this. If you go chasing birds now, you leave the field, which is going to distract from your future. I wouldn't do this. You can't chase birds and try to straighten this stuff out. Here's what it is. It's just one of those things. And here's the best comment when things are a little disappointing. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? I thought sure he would be there. He promised me. He promised me. But I know it was the birds. And you just have to say, isn't that interesting? So jot this down. The birds are going to get some of the seed. Here's the rest of the story. It says, the sower kept on sowing. See, that was the secret to his success. He kept on sowing. And if you keep sowing, you can sow more than the birds can get because there aren't enough birds. If you keep sowing, there are some birds, but there's not enough. Because the law of averages will work for you. Keep sowing, keep sowing. That was the secret. I learned the law of sowing and reaping. The sower kept on sowing. Kept on sowing. The sower kept on sowing. The law of sowing and reaping. The same wind blows on us all. The wind of disaster, the wind when it's upside down, the wind when it's favorable and unfavorable. The same wind blows on us all. The economic wind, the social wind, the political wind. The same wind blows on everybody. The same wind blows on us all. The difference in where you arrive in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. The difference in arrival is not the blowing of the wind, but the set of the sail.
Good evening. What's going on? What's going on, team? Listen, hey, we're going to get started in just another few minutes. Take this opportunity to listen to Jim Rohn and send out those reminders. Let's get everybody locked in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of you on YouTube, welcome. For those of you on Facebook, those of you who are in Zoom, welcome, welcome. Let's get our teams locked in, guys. We'll be getting started in just another 2 minutes.
The same wind blows on us all. And that's what learning is all about. To set a better sail this year than last year. To set a better sail. The first 6 years of my economic life, I wound up broke. Second 6 years, I wound up rich. It was my philosophy that changed. To set of the sail of better thinking, correcting the errors of the past, picking up new disciplines for the future. That's all I had to do at the end of the first 6. Correct the errors of the past. And then pick up some new disciplines for the future. My total life changed. The second 6 years was totally different than the first 6 of my working life. And guess who can do that? Anybody. The same wind blows on. You can keep on the same path for the next couple of years as you have the past 2. But if you wish to, And maybe everything's okay for you and you don't need to. But if you need to make some changes, if you wish to, I'm telling you, you can start doing it today so that the next 2 years will be drastically different than the last 2. The same wind blows on us all. And anybody who wishes to do that can. You can do it between ages 40 and 43. You can do it between ages 13 and 50. You can do it between ages 60 and 62. The same wind blows on us all. Any 5 years that you wish to drastically change from the previous 5, you can do it. If you wish to. Now this isn't written. Here's what it's called: opportunity. If you don't know you can change, if you don't know you can drastically change your income, change your future, change your health, change your marriage, change everything. If you don't know that, some people then go year after year after year after year not making much change, simply because they didn't get to the class. They never read the book. They never went to the seminar. They never made the discovery. They didn't seek for the knowledge of how could I make my life better. And if you just rock along, I'm telling you it's okay. Anybody can live any way they choose, but I'm here to tell all of you that if you wish to, it's possible to make the next 3 years totally different than the last 3. And all you have to do is just a few things. The same wind blows on us all. So if you got that one now, it's not the blowing of the wind that determines your income. It's not the blowing of the wind that determines your fortune. It's the set of the sail. It's the set of the same wind blows on us all. Maybe I've got some ideas that'll help you with a couple of little things about setting the sail of your thinking that might drastically give you multiplied more benefit the next 3 years than you've gotten in the last 3. So it's not what happens. What happens to everybody. It's not the blowing of the wind that determines your income. It's not the blowing of the wind that determines your fortune. It's the set of the sail.
It's the set of the sail. Isn't that awesome to know that all you have to do is make some adjustments and it could change the direction of the rest of your life? And that's why we come together every Tuesday to make a few tweaks in our sail. You know, I was taught one day when I was in a training that a rocket ship, when it takes off to the moon, it spends the majority of the time adjusting and making shifts to make sure it stays on target, because it's always leaning and going in a different direction. And that's the same thing with us in life, guys. We always have to be making adjustments. And that's what I set this platform up, where we come together on a Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Tuesday, where we can sharpen our axes and get better in becoming network marketing professionals. So again, guys, I am Coach Ben. I want to thank all of you for participating. I see folks here. I say welcome, welcome. Shout outs to our folks out there in Zoom. I see folks out here in our YouTube, and I want to thank all of you guys for participating. This is being recorded. I will send it out into the different platforms. But hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Ladies, I just set you guys up as co-hosts because I don't have access to admitting folks in while I start going live. So please monitor that if you guys will. Good to see you, Miss Cauley, Miss Yoshikoa, and Miss Lovey. Guys, let's get this thing rocking and rolling, man. I'm so excited. We are coming to the end of the month of April already, which is absolutely crazy. This month seemed like it was all 1 week. And hey, listen, we want to talk about some next level business. Every Tuesday, we're here conducting and sharpening our axes. As I stated, I put together a powerful present training today, but it's not going to be a long training whatsoever. Um, so one thing I want to do real quick is play a quick video by Eric Worre. I love this video right here. And don't stop. Just keep inviting your folks to plug in. Share, share, share. Hold for 1 second, guys.
Hey everybody, this is Eric Worre and welcome to networkmarketingpro.com. I'm here on this private island for kind of an extended period of time. We've got a group of friends that came in for my birthday, and I've got a mastermind group coming in this weekend. People really want to take their business to the next level. I'm excited to see them and hang out and share ideas and talk about how to do better. And something struck me over the course of the last 3 days. I'm been hanging out with some very high earning people inside of the network marketing profession, people who have been through everything, they've learned everything, they've taught everything. And the thing that I found in common is all of them are sitting there taking notes. All of them have a pad of paper or journal in front of them, or they're putting notes into their phones. All of them are just hungry for the next idea, for something to polish their skills, something to improve their ability, something to help their attitude. And at the same time, what I've also noticed about broke people is they're way too cool for that. Struggling people, frustrated people, people who hate their jobs, hate their existence, or just super dissatisfied, they're like so cool. They got their arms crossed. And no, I got it right here. I'm here. I'm listening to you. I can hear you. You can almost, in these environments, you can see it so dramatically. The ones that are sitting taking notes, they're usually the most successful. The ones that aren't taking notes and just kind of soaking it in, they're usually the most frustrated. So the thing that changed my whole life is in my 20s, I decided to become a student for the first time. I decided to always be learning, always be polishing, always be looking for new ideas. The thing that gets me more excited than anything else is the power of one little idea, one little distinction, one little, like the difference between the word industry and professional. Saying we're in the network marketing profession versus the network marketing industry, that little thing right there can change the posture of the entire network marketing profession, that one little word. So those little things, so I'm always looking for those little things, ideas and resources and input and guidance, and somebody who's thinking about something on a different level than I am. I found that those are the most successful people, and I found that that's the place that I want to stay in. I want to be taking notes when I'm 80. I want to be taking notes when I'm 90. I want to be soaking it all in as much as I can to become better, just a little bit better, just a little bit better. If you stay in that posture, your future is assured. If you feel like you know it all, you've learned it all, you've studied it all, you've read all the books, you've heard all the stuff, all these quotes. I mean, I see people say, well, gosh, all these motivational quotes, I'm so tired of them on Facebook or whatever. Really? Look inside that quote for something that can help your business versus being so cool and so jaded and so on top of it all that you don't have anything to learn. Okay? So stay in that place. It'll be a good place for you. It's a good place for me. And it will guide you to going to network marketing pro status and influencing thousands and maybe even millions of lives. All right? That's our show for today, ladies and gentlemen. My wish for you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional. You decide to go pro, because it is a stone cold fact that we have a better way. Now let's go tell the world. Everybody have a great day.
Taking copious notes. Copious notes is everything, guys. I am a note taker. I think everyone should be a note taker. You want to always be hungry in learning. Don't rely on your brain, guys, because your memory, man, I'm gonna tell you now, as I get older, I'm like, wow, I don't even remember names like I used to. And man, it'd be a beautiful thing to be able to go back and open up journals and be able to read and share and all that. So I wanted to share that because no matter how big we get, how high we get into these ranks, we always want to remain students. And I thank all of you for taking out time out of your schedules to learn. One of the things I want to talk about tonight, and as we're learning, is teamwork. Tonight's conversation is about teamwork. Teamwork together, everyone achieves more is absolutely imperative. I love this visual. In this space called network marketing, it is a team sport. Hear what I'm saying. You can't win by yourself in the space called network marketing, guys. I mean, it's just what it is. You have to help people and help people to help people. but you got to identify those people who want to be helped. Now, everybody's not going to make it. It is what it is in that regards. But those who reach out, as you reach out your hand, like they're doing right here, we got to be willing to pull up and help our teammates. You're only as strong as your weakest link, and that is absolutely true in this space. So building a big team, there's 7 connections that I want to talk about real quick. And then we're going to roll right into our conversation here, guys. Number one is we want to connect with each other. That's what we do right here. This is the business of network marketing. We are connected. Everyone plays a role in helping each other win. Do you understand that? If you help the next person get across the river, you'll find yourself across the river too. Most professions aren't like that. Most professions in a corporate America, it's like stab you in the back. They're shaking your hand, stab you in the back. At the same time, they're ripping pages out the manual. They don't want you to be as good or better than them because you're going to replace their jobs. But in this space, we want you to become better. We want you to become good, if not better than us. And one of the key things is we want to make sure that we stay connected with each other, plugging into these calls, trainings, making sure we're connected via our communications on Telegram and things of that nature. The second thing is all committed to one goal. Guys, our goal is freedom, financial freedom, legacy building. Within our team, we're Team First Gen, first generation millionaires. So you want to be in a position where you are becoming a millionaire. You want to become successful, financially free, have the ability to live that amazing lifestyle, break those generational curses, so that you don't pass along to your children and children's children just getting by, paying the bills. I remember someone saying, you want to leave wills, not bills. And that's just what we want to do. We're on the same goal. Everybody moving to the next level. And then the third plan of collaboration, collaboratively. Collaborations is everything. Again, it's the same thing as connection, where we work together, we collaborate to help one another achieve that same goal. This is what team building is. There's no competition in team, it's collaboration. Understand this, guys. There's no competition in team, it's collaboration. Everyone contributes equally. What is your role? Staying plugged in, always committing to move to the next level, getting your keeping yourself active and moving whatever five business partners, whatever is required to move to the next level. Your commitment is simply staying plugged in and moving to the next level and contributing equally. Again, what do we say? You're only as strong as your weakest link. We never want to be the weak link. I'm telling you. And understand this, guys. This is why we come together. One of the great things about this industry, most people show up wounded, broke, busted, and disgusted. And that's just simply a reality. They're like beat up by life, and some people show up where they jump in and their timing is perfect and they take off and you're like, wow, they blew through the numbers, got to the top ranks, made the money, all that good stuff. But the majority of people, they got to go through a process. They got to clean off some tarnishing on their armor. They got to put themselves in a stronger position. But if everyone's contributing and doing their part, we all can help one another. Understand this, guys. We contribute equally. Don't be the weakest link. Allocate to our natural strengths. And that's simply a reality. That's the power of team. If you're not a they say there's 3 or 4 skills you must master or learn in this industry. The skill of selling a membership, the skill of recruiting. You got to build a team. You got to build memberships. The skill of promotion, getting people plugged in. And then, of course, the skill of it's not really a skill, but the discipline of personal development. And one of the things I love about the fact that allocating to our natural strengths, you could be average at membership sales, recruiting, but if you master promotion, just simply getting good at plugging people in and allow everybody else in their strengths. You got folks on a team who does the training, who does the presentations, who will help to support and grow your team. That's why it's so imperative to stay plugged in so we can lean on one another's strengths. See, when you're out there all by yourself, then your weaknesses are shown. Do you understand that, guys? So we want to make sure that we stay always connected to the source, make sure we lean on one another's strength inside your organizations, whichever organization you are a part of, because I know there's many different companies and teams that watch this information, but you got to stay locked in and leverage the system. Because what the system will allow you to do is it will allow you to shine and succeed even while you're not at that level yet. Just keep pointing towards the system. I can't emphasize that enough, guys. I can't emphasize that enough. All right. And then number 6 is support and encourage one another, each other. Guys, that's imperative. What's going on, Adele? You coming off your mic? Okay, supporting and encouraging one another. Guys, we're talking about building a winning team. Teamwork makes the dream work. Communication is imperative. Making sure that we're encouraging and motivating and inspiring one another. I'll put into this place never talking down, always building up. Never talking down, always building up. That is, I mean, sometimes it's hard for folks. It's just what it is because there be some crazy things in our lives, but we need to always be in a mindset of building up one another, always bringing positive um, affirmations, and it comes from reading and being in environments that's a positive environment. That's going to help you to remain positive. You want to make sure that you're supporting and encouraging one another as a team. I strongly encourage you to get a workout partner, someone who's strong and positive, who's going to inspire you to keep going, someone you can communicate with on a daily basis and be like, listen, hey, let's get it, man. Today's going to be a great day. And if it's even through a text message, but a phone call is even better, not to sit on the phone and chat a whole long period of time, but just, hey, listen, man, let's get up. How you doing? Today's gonna be an amazing day. My goal is to get 5 exposures out and put some folks on a call tonight. And man, we're gonna rock this out and get things going. I read my 10 pages of a good book. I did a few 30 minutes of exercise, whatever it is, whatever the accountability is. Find a workout partner that you could be locked in and accountable to. That's imperative. And then number 7, work fast and stay on track. Ladies and gentlemen, success loves speed. We already know this. We say it all the time. You got to get moving. Don't be the slow pope slowing down the team. Don't be the one slowing down the team. Get going. You are as good. We are only as good as our weakest link, guys. We want to run hard, run fast, and all you can do, here's the reality. And this is what I love about what we do inside of network marketing. You can only do what you can do, but just do your best. Understand this and be consistent in your best. And that's all we can ask for. And then from that, you get better. And this is where I want to let you see how the power of compounding, because when you're in a workplace, understand this. Your strength is only your strength. So what you do when you go out your first year, you only got your strength. But when you go out, I hope this works out. I did this today. When you go out the first week and go and bring on 5 new business partners, now is your best and those 5 other individuals' best. Now we're working with multiples. And when you do it your second year, it's only you and your best and the income you can generate. But when you go out your second week and help those 5 get their 5, now it's 25 plus the 5. You got 30 plus you. That's 31 individuals bringing their talents together. So it's not just you, but it's you and a team coming together with one goal, one mission. Now you have multiple efforts bringing massive results. That's the power of a team. But if you go on your own, you're in your third year all by yourself at your corporate job, not knocking your corporate job, trust me, but your efforts is your efforts, and it can be replaced quickly. We want to show you how to leverage the power of teamwork, because now we don't go in years, but we're talking about weeks. And the weeks could become months, but we want it to be weeks. It don't take you a month to bring on 5 new partners when you make a decision. So you go out in week 3 and help your 5 to get 5, and then those 25 get 5. You got 125 individuals. You add that up, that's 155. That's 155 doing their best multiplied. Do you see the power of that? And then at your 4th year in your job, it's just you. But in your 4th week in your business with duplication and everyone working the system, you're 5 getting 5 to get 5, getting 5. You now have 625 that came in, plus that 125. What's that? 750 plus that 25, 775 plus 5, 780. 780 individuals locked in, running around with the 7 steps of making and building a strong team. Ladies and gentlemen, this is powerful if you understand the power of team, if you understand the power of multiplication. And that's exactly what we're working with here. And of course, in your as you keep going through life and building and working your job, you're getting all burnt out by the 5th year. You're like, oh man, I can't stand this job. I'm tired. I want to stop, but you can't, because your income solely relies on you. But the reality is, in our 5th week, 5th month, or 5th year, God forbid it takes that long, we're talking about 3,125 plus the 625 plus the 125. We're over 3,900 people on your team. Everybody just simply doing their best. You don't have to be miraculous. Just do your best. Commit to the process. And what will happen is you will see extraordinary results that will take place in your business. Some companies, by doing that, you're looking at thousands and thousands of dollars in residual income coming into your household by simply getting your few who get a few who get a few that adds up to many. Game over. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the power of multiplication, compounding. Ooh, I misspelled that. I said compounding. Ah, compounding. Compounding efforts, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's all about, guys. The power of multiplication. That's one of the things that I love the most about this opportunity is the leverage. J. Paul Getty said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 individuals' efforts than 100% of my own. If you solely rely on 100% of your efforts, team, if you solely rely on 100% of your efforts, you will never be able to stop. You will be working until you die. But here's what it requires, though. You have to be the best one. And then what happens is by you being the best one, meaning that you show up every day doing your best, no 0 days, doing the exposures, following up, working diligently to get people on three-way calls. Your team, you'll get those 5, and they'll do what you do. And then those 5 will duplicate, and their team will do what they do. Now you have a bunch of committed doers because you decided, you drew that line in the sand and said, I'm going to be a doer and do it fast because listen, success loves speed, team. I can't express this enough. You heard what it said in the circle of building the big team is you gotta move fast. You gotta put on your blinders, stay focused, and keep the main thing, which is sharing this information and following up and collecting informed decisions. That's our business. That is what we do in this space. We are in a business of network marketing. We share information and we simply follow up and collect informed decisions. Yeses and nos. And guys, we got to be comfortable getting the yeses and we got to be comfortable getting the nos. We'll get more no's than we get yeses. Everyone's not designed to become entrepreneurs. Everyone's not blessed to see the opportunity that you're going to bring to them. And once you realize that, once we understand that, it becomes freeing. Where you say, man, listen, I'm just going through the numbers. I don't care what you say, but I do care that you see what I'm doing. And you can literally hit them with that upside the head. I don't care if you get involved, but I do care if you say yes or no without seeing what I'm doing. Once you see it and you say, no, I respect you a whole lot more than saying no without looking at what the heck I'm doing. This is how you talk to people you know. All I need is your no. Give me your no because you're blocking my yes. So I need you to see this information. No, you can't say no without looking. You got to look first. So that's where we plug them into the system, guys. Save yourself time, energy, and money. We run them around the baseball diamond. I thought I had the still picture here, but let's just run through it real quick for the sake of time, and we'll wrap this up. We'll open it up for questions. I can't take questions on our other platforms, but if we have any on Zoom, I'll take questions. But guys, our system, and this is perfect as we're building a team, the analogy of a baseball game. Listen, baseball is a team sport. And understand, most people think when you're playing baseball, everybody's hitting home runs. And that's not the case. Everybody is striking out. Everybody's hitting foul balls. Everybody's hitting little base hits. Everybody's hitting bunts. Some folks are hitting the ball and getting thrown out at first base. Guys, it's all about wins and loses in the game of baseball. But if you keep getting to the plate, home base, and you show up swinging the bat, which is what we do, where you build your list and you don't prejudge anybody because we want to let everyone know what's going on with our amazing opportunities. And we just simply pique interest and swing. That's how you swing the bat. Are you open to an opportunity? Do you keep your income options open? That's swinging the bat. Understand this, guys. Are you looking to make more money than you did last year, this year than you did last year? Those are peak interest questions. So you now take them to first base when they say, yes, I do need to make more money because what in the world's going on? My whole retirement is depleted. My job is gone. I'm walking on eggshells. I'm seeing people getting walked out of my job every single day. Social Security is under attack. I need to find something. So we share the video, we send them the information, we let them watch the tools, the system, the system, the system. Guys, the videos, the websites is the system. And we allow them to watch the system, not you talking, the system. And then simply watch them, have them watch the video, follow up with them within the time frame. I have three people I exposed today, told them I'm gonna call you back, and I gave them the exact time, and I was right on point every time. I was 1 minute late on one of them because I was talking to the other one. But I need you to understand the bases are full. You put them on a phone. You say, hey, listen, what did you like best when you follow up with them? Did you like the information that you heard? Well, listen, uh, the next step is to put you on the phone with Mrs. Levy, Miss Levy, who knows 110% of the facts, loves helping people, is documented in this industry, and really down to earth. And then at that point, you do a three-way call. This is the most underutilized power weapon in the industry. Once you've exposed them, you followed up with them, they say they're interested, they need more information, you do a three-way call with the expert, and you edify the expert, guys, you put yourself in a very strong position. You put them on the phone with me, I'm closing them. If they've been pre-exposed, I'm bringing them on board. Or we're going to at least get a decision. Because what are we in the business of? Collecting decisions. So at this point, when you do a three-way call, the next step is you take them to second base. Anybody but you is a three-way call. Alert 3 to 5 people before you do your three-way call. Hey, are you available for three-ways? I'm about to make some calls. Just want to see if I could call on you for some three-ways. Get 3 to 4, 2 to 3 people who say they're available. Know what the prospect likes. So when they say, what did you like best about what you saw? They'll say the money, the opportunity, whatever they say. So you can share that with the experts so they can lean into that. Call with the prospect on hold. Don't call the expert and try to have you and the expert call the prospect. I call that deboing them. Okay. And make sure you let the expert know that you're calling with a three-way as well. Because man, I'll answer the phone crazy. Hey, what's up? Aloha, Odell. Adele. I get a unprofessional sometimes. I mean, I want to mess it all up. So and then of course the intro. Hey Adele, this is well, hey Mr. Clay, this is Adele. Adele, this is Mr. Clay. They just watched the video, and then at that point, you simply be quiet, let the expert take you from there. Think, and then once the expert do what the expert does in terms of, hey, I understand you watched the information, so excited. Man, I don't know how you know, the whole conversation there. What did you like best about what you saw? Was it the money, the opportunity? Do you see an opportunity for yourself? Are you looking to become a member or a business partner? They got to make a decision at that point. Are you going to become a member or are you going to become a business partner? Some people will say, uh, most will say a member because they don't have a full investment, or they'll say, I need more information. Great, I understand that. I mean, you're probably like myself. I need to get all the information before I make a decision. What I would like to do is simply invite you to one of our live events that we're having tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, whatever the time, whatever your next live event, whether it's a launch party or a corporate event or whatever. Now your expert is inviting them to the big event, guys. The expert is inviting them to the big event. They're more likely to show up to your private business receptions or your weekly meetings if you pre-expose them. And I need you to look at this because one of the things we used to do, and is a mind shift, because our live events back when I used to build was at a hotel. And you all who've been in this industry, Third Base used to be a live event. We were talking about luncheons at a restaurant or a weekly meeting hotel. And that's where they came in and they saw all the people and they were looking more so for confirmation instead of information because they already got the information. They see it. They've been exposed. They spoke to people. They like, this looks good. It makes sense. They come to Third Base to say, man, when they see 20, 30, 40, 100 people in a room, back in the day when we used to do our meetings here in Charlotte, when we were at full momentum, we were in rooms of over 500 plus people. The business partners had to leave so that the guests could go in and sit down. That's how we was running. But right now, we're still doing Zooms. So one of the key things I would say in terms of um, our Zoom presentations, one, you want to make sure you're showing up and getting your team there. But once you get them to that Zoom presentation, guys, whether it's a luncheon or a weekly meeting, that's the big event. And then from there, we close the deal, guys. We simply get them signed up and we rinse and repeat and get them to build their list, peak interest, and we just keep these bases loaded. This is our business. This is the system. This is everybody doing the same thing. PS3, peak interest, share the plan, three-way calls. We peak interest, we share the plan, we do the three-way calls. That's what we do all day, every day, guys. The $1 million tip, keep the bases loaded with the 10 in play. Maintain a deep bench at all times, always adding to your list, along with play to win, never give up. Experts sort, amateurs convince, and this is how we win this game, guys. So as we wrap this up, I'm gonna say this: we're in the business of attracting partners and developing leaders. You have to become a people magnet, and it's a process. Edifying the system, building on the system, attracting people to the system, is going to take off. Working on getting as we go out and draw the line in the sand and say, man, I'm closed out this month. I'm not going to have any goose eggs. I strongly encourage you to immediately today schedule 2 launch parties. One of the best ways to force and grow momentum, guys, is working your calendar, letting your calendar be your boss, and always have private business receptions going on. Launch parties. Have your launch party. If you haven't had a launch party, hey, let's relaunch your business. If you had them before, I'm saying relaunch, start again. It's time to do a relaunch going into the second quarter of 2025, going into the summer seasons. Have a relaunch because some of the people you exposed in your first launch, uh, they probably didn't join because the timing wasn't right. It was a whole different world we were living in. And now, with all this happening, I saw something being posted, 1,500 jobs. People got fired from their jobs with the government, over 80,000 or something. They're trying to get rid of millions of people from losing their employment. And one of the things I'll say, man, in terms of, and it's a direct attack, because in our community, the minority community, the government hires the majority of minority jobs are with the government. The majority of six-figure incomes is inside of the government. So that middle class wealth is being deleted, gone, and they have no clue what to do next, because it ain't easy to find a six-figure job. So what we're going to show them is, if you can humble yourself and become a professional in this space and be open to learning new skill sets and simply being a master of inviting people into this space to see an opportunity that can help them, we can show you how to build a six-figure residual income that you can leave to your children and your children's children. Guys, it's all about the calendar. Let's get after it. I want to say thank you to all of you guys for coming in. If you have any questions, raise your hand and I will answer any questions. If you enjoy what you heard, like and share, like and share. And if that's the case, I want to say thank you guys so very much. I appreciate all of you. Man, God bless everybody. Take charge. Let's go and grow.